Hey guys, this is JB3 and we are back with another episode of FIFA World Academy. So after a tough season, we are just about into the off season and into the transfer window. So we'll go through and look at some of the stats for the players. We'll see how they did, how they performed, maybe see what happened around the world, see what happened in the under the Bundesligas and who we can look forward to playing next season. And then we'll get through one last youth academy. We'll go through a squad report. We'll get into the off season and we'll get ready for a new one as we try to get ourselves promoted into the Bundesliga and one step closer to Champions League. So we have our scouts back and unfortunately really no one's there that's going to come and unseat Fitzpatrick. I think he's doing, he's obviously one of our better players, we won't really try to get rid of him. Philip Gallagher would be the only one, but his evaluation's only at 170, so his overall can't be higher than 56, 57. So we'll hold on here, and we'll maybe come back to Republic of Ireland the next go-around. We are here in Ecuador, and also no one really worth bringing in. No one with, at this point, we're looking for good overalls and good potential because we don't want to, take forever to grow someone. So we'll pass on everyone here in Ecuador. So we are here in Japan and we have Takashi Okamasa, who's 54 to 72, 76 to 94, a good evaluation of 300,000. We'll bring him in, see what he has. Maybe he unseats Kobayashi. We'll have to see what happens though. So we'll take a look at the top scorers, and 16 goals is the Golden Boot winner, 31 matches, and I don't think we had anyone anywhere near close. I think we had a couple players on 8. Yeah, we had Mason and Fuentes on 8. Mason had 25, but a lot of those were sub appearances, so I wish we could actually, spread that out and find out how many he started versus how many came off the bench, because that's probably the real telling number. Fuentes with 8 and 17. So, you'd think maybe next year he could be looking at to maybe get into that spot for the Golden Boot if he gets enough matches in. He'll probably be pushing for the top spot, though, for the striker position on the team. But also take a look at the assist. And unfortunately, we really didn't have many on here either. Kind of surprising. Maybe we just didn't score as many goals as we usually do, because usually assists is where, we see a lot of our team. We had Kobayashi and Fitzpatrick on 5 apiece, splitting the matches, and maybe that's it too. We got 3 squads that were rotating, so maybe not as many matches kind of makes the difference for the statistics. And then clean sheets, I don't know if we have anyone on here. Oh, we have Alturk on there. He had 3 clean sheets in 19, so defense is definitely going to be a focus. We're going to have to try and keep some more balls out of the net because 3 clean sheets is just not good enough. So we'll take a look at the goals and stats for the team. Obviously, we know Mason and Fuentes with 8. Renaud is next closest with 5, along with Fitzpatrick. Kobayashi down in 3. Carrizo with 3. Mizuchi came in and only 7 games, had 2. He did play well. I kind of missed a few chances there. And McKeith, one of our top scorers, falls off the map and only has 2. He had 14 a year ago, along with Ward and Hansen, who all played pretty well, but not enough. Needs to get some more goals in there. We'll take a look at the assists. We saw the 5. Fuentes had 4. McKeith had 3. Not bad in 18 games. Pretty on par with everyone else. And, as we saw clean sheets, not many of them for any of our players. We have Alturk with 3. Katoon had 2, and Rodney had 2 as well. So, 7 clean sheets for the entire season. Probably not going to get it done. That's something we'll have to focus on for next year. And we'll also take a look at the career statistics. So we have Fuentes on 22 appearances, 11 goals. So really, that's one to look at. Mason with 52 appearances. He's probably our number 1 player who, as far as appearances goes, gets 15 goals, 4 assists. We got Fitzpatrick laying in the assist there with 19, although a lot of them from last year had 5 this year. So you'd think, probably can improve, maybe turn that around, do it again next year. We see McKeith down there with 16 and 10, and, most of those came from last year as well. So hopefully we can, maybe find these players, with a little bit more form in the second season. Maybe they settle in and maybe they do a bit better of a job. So we'll take a look at the Bundesliga. It will be Bayern running away with it again. Or not, I guess not running away. Dortmund pushing them, but they take the top spot again. And obviously that's who we're going to be looking to unseat at some point. And we see Hamburg could be relegated again. I forget how the playoff system works for the relegation in the Bundesliga. So we'll see who comes down. That could be a big opponent for us next year. Also take a look at the third division. Paderborn runs away with it with 84 points. So that'll be a team to look for next season and see who comes up with them. Kaiserslautern and Magdeburg, maybe some teams looking at us as well. So we'll see what happens, but that's how it all shakes out. We don't really care about the bottom, but we'll take a look at it. It's Meppen and Cottonbus down there. So that'll wrap up the leagues, and now we'll get into a full squad report, see how these players grew. So we'll get into the Youth Academy. We'll actually notice some players missing. Netty and the player from Morocco, who I can't remember his name offhand now, have canceled their contract. Didn't know they were going to cancel their contract, and they left without us knowing. So unfortunately, that's a big loss. He was 67 overall, and we were just waiting to get Kluchi out before we bring him in, but that's how it ends. But Masri, though, looks to be a good player, 64 overall, 79 to 94. Oscar Durante, 63 overall, 79 to 94. Cam from Chile. Babiaro, 61 overall, 81 to 87. Jordan Bell will probably let go at some point, 81 to 87. Peter Lee's going to come back, and he probably just won't replace him, so we'll hold on to him for now, though. Akamasa comes in, 76 to 94 potential, 59 overall. Sakura from Portugal looks to be a good player, 60 overall, still 15 years of age, 90 to 94. And then we have Placido Dominguez, 54 overall, but 80 to 94 potential. So we'll get into a squad report here. It is Basil Alturk, 79 up 5, has potential to be special. Renaud up 5, has potential to be special. Christopher Becker, plus 4 up to a 73, an exciting prospect. Kobayashi, 73 up 4, showing great potential. McKeith up 4, 72, showing great potential. Wojak up 4 to a 72, an exciting prospect. Iadama up 4 to a 71, an exciting prospect. Fuentes up 4 to a 71, has potential to be special, which I don't think he was originally. I thought he was only showing great potential, so that's maybe something to look back at the past and see how he did. Batter up 4 to a 71, an exciting prospect. Mizuchi up 4 to a 70, showing great potential. Abasir up 3 to a 70, showing great potential. Fitzpatrick up 2 to a 70, showing great potential. Mason up 4 to a 70, showing great potential. Avila up 6 to a 69, showing great potential. Carrizo up 5 to a 69, showing great potential. Barrios up 4 to a 69, an exciting prospect. Cardosa up 3 to a 69, showing great potential. Berger up 8 to a 69, has potential to be special. Rodney up 4 to a 68, an exciting prospect. Petrosh up 3 to a 68, showing great potential. Lucero up 4 to a 68, an exciting prospect. Benarbia up 4 to a 68, showing great potential. Hansen up 12 to a 68, has potential to be special. Mansella up 5 to a 67, showing great potential. Ward up 4 to 67, showing great potential. Henry up 7 to a 67, showing great potential. Vanderberger is up 6 to a 67, showing great potential. Rodriguez up 2 to a 67, showing great potential. Way up 5 to a 66, showing great potential. Leto up 3 to a 66, has potential to be special. Peter Lee up 3, still on loan with Preston. Massat up 4 to a 66, an exciting prospect. Katoon up 4 to a 66 and is showing great potential. Kluchi on loan with Paderborn up to a 66. Abeletto up 6 to a 65, showing great potential. Dolezal up 6 to a 65. Bastos up 3 to a 64, but will be leaving the club. Colmberry up 5 to a 62, an exciting prospect. Joseph Lekkovic up 2 to a 61, an exciting prospect. Salawa up 59 just joined, and same thing with Alexander Smith up 58, and we just brought him in. So we are here in the new season. The transfer window is open, and it's an exciting time here in the world of football. We have had an increase of $4 million, so we'll see our transfer budget go up to 11, which And we might want to be careful with, just because with sending these scouts out each month, it does end up costing a fair amount of money, maybe right around $5 or $6 million. So, kind of want to be careful with how much we can actually spend. But we do have a loan offer here for Way, and his potential's not outstanding. I think he's only showing great potential. So we will try and get a loan move for him and see if we can move him out. So we are here for our first preseason game. We'll see what we can do here as players warm up. We'll send out the starters, and we'll take a 3-0 victory, a Renaud with the hat trick. And unfortunately, Way's loan move was rejected, so he'll be staying with us for now. So we're here for our second matchup. It will be the C squad rolling out with Carrizo up top. We'll see what happens. They pick up an injury in the very first minute, so it puts them down a sub. And we go down 2-1. Carrizo getting the lone goal. So it will be our final matchup here in the group stage. We'll roll out the B squad. Fuentes getting his first gameplay. And we draw Fuentes getting the 2 goals. So we'll get our next matchup in the preseason. It will be the starters rolling out here. We'll try and advance to the next round. It will be a knockout for us. 2-1, Renaud with the lone goal. So we do have a transfer offer here for Carrizo. It will be just below his evaluation, but we do want to get him out and make space for the players in the Youth Academy. And they have come in and paid the release clause for Alturk. And the annoying part about this is I did this in January of last year, so almost 6 months ago, and he wouldn't not take a release clause, so we went with $16.7 million. It's a lot of money, but either way, you should be able to renegotiate the contract and give him more money if you want. That's what they say in the instructions, is if you put in a release clause, someone can come in and then you got to renegotiate. But unfortunately, even though it's 7 months later, it says I recently negotiated with Alturk and can't sign him, so he will see himself out of the club, and maybe we'll sign him back at some point. So we have a transfer for Abasser, and we will also try and see him out for $2.6 million, as we have a really good player here in the Youth Academy. And another offer for Abasser, Santos Laguna, $2.8 million. So Carrizo has been sold for $1.8 million, and that adds $1.4 to our transfer budget. So Abasser has been sold to Santos Laguna, and he will be leaving for $2.8 million. So we have our scout back from South Africa, and it has not brought back anything really worthwhile. Mackie might be the only one, and his potential's only at a 91, so we'll try and revisit, or maybe see if we can find someone in the transfer window. So we're here in Germany. Michael Bauer looks to be a great player. 6'2", 54 to 74 overall, 75 to 94, 17 years of age. We'll have to see what position he plays though, but he is an evaluation of $1 million, and that could do it for Becker here with the team. So we're here in Belgium, and really it brought back a couple players with decent potential, but with their overalls being so low, I know what I have in Vanderberger. I know he's a good, strong center back. He has decent potential, so we'll hold on to him, and we'll take another look at Belgium here in the future. So, as we are right before our first game, we will go through the Youth Academy, bring some new players into the team. It will be first Hassan El Mazri, the right midfielder from Egypt, 64 overall. We have Oscar Durante from Chile, who is 63 overall, 79 to 94. And then we have Christopher Babayaro, the 61 overall, 6'1", Nigerian center back, 81 to 87 potential. We'll bring him in. We have Jordan Bell. We will release him, as he really doesn't have a future, as Peter Lee is still better than him. We'll leave Akamasa. We can't bring in Sandro, and we can't bring in Placido Dominguez. And then we have Michael Bauer, who we will like to bring in, but we'll have to get rid of Christopher Becker first. So we'll have to see what we can do in getting him a transfer out here before the window closes. So before we get into the first game, let's make some transfer moves. Let's spend some of this cash that we lost on Altark and Aurela. We have Madonna, who I think will hold on, because that would mean replacing Renaud, and I don't think I want to do that yet. I still think he's definitely one of our potential to be special players, so I want to leave him in. But we will come in for Christian Fabra Amore, who, looks to be a good player, could play left midfield, but he is right-footed, so I'm thinking he can come in on the right midfield there and replace Aurela. So we'll go in and see if we can get a deal done. So we are here. We'll meet with his representatives. They think his evaluation is at 8.5. We have $32 million to play with, so that's plenty. Let's just go in with 10. Let's go with 10.5. We'll go $10 million over his evaluation. That's a fair offer. Maybe what we'll do is we'll also add a sell on clause. This way they feel like they're getting a good deal. And that should be easy. Should be easy. So let's skip through. Easy enough. Let's get into the contract negotiation. So looks like we will be getting a new right midfielder. So Christian Fabra Amore comes in for the right midfield role. We got the deal done. He's an exciting prospect, so you wish that was a little bit better, but looks to be a great player, has some good attributes, so we'll take a look at those. We got 3-star, medium, but great agility, great balance, great acceleration, and good ball control. Should be able to carry up the ball up the wing there, and maybe if we can find him some shooting, maybe he does have the long shot, so good to like there. Just need to get that finishing up, and we'll have a great player. So maybe some training. We'll see what he brings here representing Spain. So guys, that'll do it for us here in this episode. We unfortunately lose a big player in Altark, but hopefully we can replace him. We'll send the scouts back out, see where we can get them off to, but we'll see what happens. We're here on the 1st of August. We have a game against St. Pauli, who we didn't play well, late in the season there, so we'll have to try and turn it on. We got some new players in. We'll see how they do. But guys, that'll do it for us here in this one. If you did enjoy it, make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications so you can always find out when the newest episodes are coming out. And until next time, guys, have a good one.